Hello, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Experience the ultimate relaxation experience as we prepare to leave the waking world behind and journey to a place of pure tranquility. Tonight, we are invited to escape to a gentle, whimsical world, a place nestled between tall, lonely mountains and the deep, murmuring sea. It is a valley filled with wildflowers, a winding river, and the coziest, roundest blue house you have ever imagined. This is a valley inspired by the enchanting world of the Moomins, a world of kind, round, hippo-like trolls and their wonderful, peculiar friends. In our story tonight, we will meet these gentle creatures. We will feel the warmth of their home, and we will walk with them on a soft, peaceful adventure, designed to calm your mind and soothe your spirit. Listening to a story before bed is a timeless comfort. It allows our busy minds to focus on a single, gentle thread, letting the worries of the day unravel and drift away. So let my voice, the story, and the soft sounds of the valley be your guide, a gentle current, carrying you towards a deep and restorative sleep. There is nothing you need to do, nothing to figure out. Simply allow yourself to listen and to rest. The world we are visiting tonight is one of pure magic and deep comfort. Imagine a valley so green, so lush, that the air itself feels soft to breathe. A gentle river, clear and cool, flows right through its heart, chuckling over smooth gray stones on its way to the sea. And in the very heart of this valley stands a most unusual and welcoming home. It is a tall, round, blue tower, almost like a lighthouse for the land, with a pointed red roof and windows that glow with a warm, buttery light in the evenings. This is the home of a family of little white trolls. They are soft and round, with velvety white fur, gentle snouts, and kind, curious eyes. There is the mother troll, with her striped apron and a magical handbag that seems to contain a solution for any problem. She is the warm heart of the home, always ready with a tray of pancakes or a comforting hug. There is the father troll, distinguished by the tall black top hat he always wears. He is a writer of memoirs, a dreamer of adventures, and the steady, quiet presence on the porch, puffing on his pipe and looking out at his peaceful valley. And there is their son, the little troll, who is the hero of our story tonight. He is full of curiosity, kindness, and a quiet sense of wonder. Their house is a revolving door of friends and guests. Perhaps you'll catch a glimpse of the wanderer, a traveling soul in a green, pointed hat, who carries a harmonica and the wisdom of the road. Or maybe you'll hear the tiny, energetic pitter-patter of their smallest friend, a fiercely independent and mischievous little girl, with her hair tied in a tight top knot. The stories here are not of great battles, but of small, important moments. The magic is in finding the perfect seashell, in hosting a party for the first snow of winter, in watching the mysterious, silent travelers journey to their secret island. Tonight, we will join the little white troll on one such adventure, a simple, quiet journey from his front door, through the whispering woods, and down to the shore of the sleeping sea, as the sun gently sets on another perfect day in the valley. And now, before our journey begins, let's prepare this space and ourselves for sleep. I invite you to dim the lights, lowering them down to a soft, comfortable glow, or perhaps turning them off completely. Make sure your pillows are just right, supporting your head and neck. Pull your blankets up, feeling their gentle weight and cozy warmth around you. Find a comfortable position, lying on your back or on your side, a position where your body can feel completely supported and completely at ease. Let your phone be silent now. Put it far away from your bed. Give yourself this gift of disconnection, allowing yourself to be fully immersed, fully present in the enchanting world we are about to enter. Let's take a soft, slow breath together, breathing in gently through your nose and out slowly through your mouth. A soft sigh of release. Another breath in, filling your chest with calm air. And as you breathe out, let go of any tension you might be holding. Feel the muscles in your face begin to soften. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Allow the little muscles around your eyes to release. Let this feeling of softness travel down into your neck and your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to feel heavy, sinking down into the mattress. Your arms feel heavy and relaxed from your shoulders to your elbows, down to your wrists and into your hands. Your fingers are soft and still. You can feel a wonderful warm weightlessness filling your body as you sink deeper and deeper into comfort, into peace. Your mind is becoming quiet now, like the surface of a still pond, ready to receive our story. You are safe, you are cozy, and you are ready to begin your journey to dreamland. It was a late summer afternoon in the valley. The sun, a great warm orb of honey gold, was beginning its slow descent towards the peaks of the lonely mountains. The air was thick with the sweet, sleepy scent of honeysuckle and warm earth. On the porch of the tall, round, blue house, the little white troll was sitting on the wooden steps, his chin resting in his soft, white paws. He watched a ladybug painstakingly climb a blade of grass. Inside, he could hear the gentle clinking of plates as his mother, in her familiar striped apron, prepared the evening meal. His father was in the garden, a little way off, quietly tending to his tobacco plants. The tall black top hat perched perfectly on his head. Everything was just as it should be. Peaceful, calm, but the little troll felt a gentle pull, a quiet calling from beyond the garden gate. It was the call of a small adventure. He decided he wanted to walk to the sea. He wanted to find a special shell, not just any shell, but one with the colors of the sunset inside it, a gift for his mother's flower bed. He stood up, padding softly into the house. "Mother," he said quietly, "I'm going for a walk down to the beach. I'll be back before supper." His mother turned, her kind face breaking into a warm smile. "That's a lovely idea, dear," she said. "Be sure to watch the tide." She patted his head, her touch as soft as dandelion fluff. And so, the little troll set off. He walked down the winding path from his home, the pebbles warm and smooth beneath his feet. The air hummed with the drowsy buzz of bumblebees, flitting from one clover blossom to the next. He soon came to the little wooden bridge that arched over the river. The water below gurgled and chuckled, a clear, endless song, and sitting on the railing of the bridge, just as the little troll had hoped, was his dearest friend, the wanderer. He was dressed in his old, comfortable green clothes, and his pointed green hat was tipped low over his eyes. He wasn't doing much of anything, just watching the water flow by. In his hands, he held his worn wooden harmonica. "Hello," said the little troll softly. The wanderer looked up, and a slow, knowing smile spread across his face. "Hello, little troll," he said, his voice calm and quiet. "Where are you off to on such a fine evening?" "To the sea," said the little troll. "I'm looking for a sunset shell." The wanderer nodded, as if this was the most natural and important mission in the world. "A fine quest," he said. "Mind if I join you?" The little troll's heart felt full and happy. There was no better companion for a quiet walk than the wanderer. Together, they left the bridge and took the path that led through the whispering woods. The trees here were old and tall, their leaves forming a thick green canopy overhead. The sunlight filtered through in dappled, shifting patches, dancing on the mossy ground. It was very quiet in the woods. The only sounds were the soft pad of their own footsteps and the gentle rustle of leaves in the evening breeze. The air smelled of damp earth, pine needles, and the faint, sweet perfume of unseen woodland flowers. They walked slowly, with no need to hurry. The wanderer pointed out a small, perfect spiderweb, strung between two ferns, glistening with invisible drops of dew, like a necklace of tiny diamonds. The little troll paused to watch a line of ants marching purposefully across the path, each one carrying something very important. They didn't speak much. They didn't need to. Their friendship existed in the quiet spaces, in the shared silence, and the mutual understanding of the beauty around them. It was a comfortable, peaceful companionship. As they walked deeper, the path grew softer, carpeted with thick green moss that felt like velvet underfoot. Everything seemed to be slowing down. The world was taking a long, deep breath before the night. The wanderer lifted his harmonica to his lips again and played a few soft, thoughtful notes. The music wasn't sad or happy. It just was. It was the sound of the woods, the sound of fading light, the sound of friendship. It floated through the trees, a gentle melody that seemed to make the very air around them shimmer. After a time, the smell of the air began to change. The scent of pine and earth began to mingle with something else, a sharper, saltier, cleaner smell. The sound of the forest began to be replaced by a low, distant, rhythmic whisper. The sea. The trees began to thin, giving way to hardy, wind-swept grasses and sand dunes. And then, there it was. The forest opened up onto a wide, curving beach. The sand was pale and soft, stretching down to meet the water's edge. The sea itself was vast and calm, a great expanse of deep, shimmering blue, a mirror for the sky. The sun was much lower now, a brilliant orange ball hanging just above the horizon, casting a long, golden pathway across the water. They both stood there for a moment, just breathing it all in, the rhythmic shh of the waves washing ashore, and the soft hush as they pulled back again, over and over, a lullaby sung by the ocean. Shh, hush, in and out. A slow, steady breath. The little troll felt all the busyness in his mind quiet down, soothed by the ocean's gentle rhythm. They began to walk along the water's edge, where the sand was damp and cool. The setting sun made the wet sand gleam, like polished metal. Little seabirds skittered along the shoreline, moving in perfect unison. Now, the wanderer said quietly, for the sunset shell. The little troll began his search. He looked carefully, his eyes scanning the millions of shells that had been washed ashore. There were so many kinds. Tiny, white fan-like shells, long, spiraling shells that looked like wizards' towers, smooth, gray, flat stones, perfect for skimming. He picked one up. It was beautiful, a perfect spiral, but it was all white. He set it down gently. He picked up another, a clam shell, smooth and solid, but it was the color of the gray clouds. He set it down, too. He wasn't in a hurry. The search was as important as the finding. The cool water lapped over his paws as he walked, and the salty breeze ruffled his fur. The wanderer walked a little ahead, his hands clasped behind his back, his green hat a familiar silhouette against the brilliant, colorful sky. The sun was kissing the horizon now, and the clouds were blushing with color, deep orange, soft rose pink, and a delicate dusty lavender. And then the little troll saw it, tucked just at the edge of the foamy water, half buried in the sand, was a shell. It was a scallop shell, perfectly formed. But its color, its color was magical. The outside was a creamy, soft white, but as the light caught the inside, it shimmered with all the colors of the setting sun. There were bands of pearlescent pink, flashes of soft orange, and deep within its curve, a hint of the most beautiful lavender purple. It was a sunset, captured and held in a shell. He picked it up very carefully. It was smooth and cool in his paw. He ran his thumb over its pearly, iridescent interior, and he knew this was the one. He looked up to show the wanderer, who was now sitting on a large piece of driftwood, watching the last sliver of the sun disappear below the waves. The sky was on fire with color, a breathtaking spectacle of orange and red and purple. The little troll went and sat beside him. They didn't speak. They just watched as the brilliant colors began to soften, to fade, to deepen into the indigo of twilight. The first star of the evening appeared. A tiny silver pinprick in the vast darkening sky. And then another and another. "Time to go home," the wanderer said softly, his voice full of peace. "Your mother will have supper ready." The little troll clutched his precious shell safely in his paw. They stood up and began the walk back. The world had transformed. The path through the woods, which had been dappled with sunlight, was now bathed in the soft, silvery light of the rising moon. The air was cooler now, and the sounds had changed. The drowsy bees were asleep, and in their place, the gentle, rhythmic chirping of crickets filled the night. The wanderer walked in front, a reassuring, familiar shape in the gloom. The little troll followed, his heart full and calm. He thought of his cozy, warm bed, of the soft quilts, of the gentle light from the lamp on his bedside table. The walk felt dreamlike. The moonlight made the moss glow with a faint, ethereal light, and the shadows of the trees were long and soft. The harmonica music returned, but it was even slower now, even quieter. A true lullaby. Each note hung in the cool, still air, a sound of perfect peace, a melody for dreaming. Soon, through the trees, they saw a warm, welcoming light. It was the glow from the windows of the tall blue house. The light was a beacon, a promise of safety and love and home. The smell of pancakes and coffee hung in the air, the scent of a perfect valley evening. They reached the garden gate. The father troll was on the porch now, lighting his pipe, the little glow a tiny firefly in the dark. He smiled as they approached. "There you are," he said, his voice a low, comforting rumble. "Supper is ready." The little troll went to his mother's flower bed, the one by the porch steps. He carefully nestled the sunset shell among the sleeping flowers, its pearly inside facing up, so it could catch the morning light. It looked beautiful. His mother came to the door, wiping her hands on her striped apron. "Oh, my dear," she whispered, seeing the shell. "It's the most beautiful one I have ever seen. Thank you." She gave him a warm, comforting hug that smelled of cinnamon and home. The little troll felt a profound sense of peace settle over him. It had been a perfect day, a perfect, small adventure. Later, tucked into his own bed in his attic room, the little troll felt heavy with a happy, peaceful sleepiness. His quilt was pulled up to his chin. Through his round window, he could see the moon, a great silver coin in the velvet black sky. He could still hear the ocean in his mind, the gentle shh of the waves. He could still feel the smooth, cool surface of the shell in his paw. He could still hear the faint, lingering notes of the wanderer's harmonica, a melody that was now weaving itself into his dreams. The valley was quiet now. All the creatures were settling in for the night. The tall blue house was full of warmth and love, and the little troll, feeling safe and loved and deeply content, closed his eyes and drifted peacefully into a deep and wonderful sleep. And now, you too can drift away. just like the little troll, feeling safe and cozy and calm. The soft, rhythmic sounds of the valley will stay with you as you float on the gentle current of your own breath. Down, 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 into a deep and restorative sleep. Rest now. Just rest. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the valley. I hope it has brought you a sense of peace and deep relaxation. The calming and restorative power of a good story and a quiet mind is a wonderful gift to give yourself. If you enjoyed your stay in this peaceful world and would like more relaxing sleep stories, I would be so grateful if you would consider subscribing to the channel. You could also leave a comment sharing your experience. I love to hear how these stories help you find rest, but for now, there is nothing left to do. Allow the last echoes of our story to dissolve into your dreams. May your night be peaceful, your rest be deep, and your dreams be sweet. Sleep well.